Hi Randy, Josh from Define Design here. We were talking and you said you had a few problems with adhesion on your wall. So I just want to go over a few tips and tricks, and I'm going to show you the process I use to install it. First of all, before we install a decal on any wall, for it to adhere better, we need to clean the wall. I recommend using a small amount of baby shampoo mixed with water. Clean your wall thoroughly with a rag and dry it with a rag. Once it's dry, do the same thing but with clean water. Clean fresh water, we want to clean it again. Make sure any soap residue that was on that wall is off. And then we're going to dry that with a rag. And that will give us a clean surface to apply the graphic to. Now, I have the graphic that we spoke about, and I am going to apply this to a wall and show you the process. First of all, you're probably going to want to measure, but for purposes of the video, I'm just going to get a rough estimation of where I want that to go. And we're going to apply a piece of tape to each side of the graphic to keep it in place, just until we apply our tape in the center, and I'll show you that in a minute. Once those are up, and we are using painter's tape, by the way. It has a low adhesive, and it will peel off the wall, and it will peel off the transfer tape pretty easy. You can also use a masking tape that has a low adhesive, whichever will work. We're going to apply the tape right in the center of the graphic and come a few inches out on each side, just to make sure that it's on the wall where you need it. Once we have that, we're going to start from the right side. You can start from the left, it really doesn't matter. And with scissors or a knife, we're going to take this piece of tape off, peel our transfer tape back from the right side, and we're going to cut the backing paper off of this side. Just like so. Once that's done, we're going to use a credit card for now. I usually use a graphic squeegee, but a credit card will work just fine. And I have mine right here. And holding it loosely, we're going to start from the center and work our way up and down, moving to the outside of the graphic. And we're putting firm pressure on this and applying it to the wall. Ta-da! And we're going to go over this one more time at the end of the video. After the one side is applied, you can peel your tape off from the center. Is this in place where it needs to be? It isn't going to move. And we're going to do the same thing to the left side. We're going to peel the transfer tape back, just like we did the right side, and remove the backing paper, just like so. And the same process is going to be used here. We're going to move from the center up and down and apply the graphic to the wall. Now we're putting some pretty firm pressure on the wall. You need that firm pressure to get that adhesive to bond correctly. Once it's where you need it, we're going to go over it a good few times on each spot, just to make sure that it's firmly pressed down. Now I would recommend, once you have this on your wall, and after you press everything down, that you leave it with the tape applied on the wall for a couple minutes. I'd wait about 15 minutes and then come back, go over it once more, and peel it off. For now, we're just going to do once. I just cleaned this wall. I didn't want to have a very long video for you to watch me clean a wall, so we didn't do that. But like I said, baby shampoo, then clean water, and make sure everything is dry. Now after you take your credit card, I also like to take my hand and go over the little spots that the credit card can't exactly get into. The credit card is a very hard surface, and our fingers bend a little bit and can get into all those grooves we need to get into. So. Now on the little spots, you want to pay close attention because they're the ones that tend to peel. They're so little, they don't have a lot of adhesive on the backing. And you want to get those pushed on that wall pretty good so they don't come off. Now the tiny spots that they do peel while you're pulling the transfer tape off, we can always reapply that transfer tape down a little bit and put a little pressure. After that's applied and you're pretty sure you've got every little spot that needs to be gotten, what you're going to do is take your transfer tape and pull it back at a 180-degree angle. That's right against that other transfer tape, and pull off slowly. And I can't stress slowly enough. You want to make sure that when you're pulling it slow and you're watching every little spot to see if there's a spot that you didn't put pressure on. And if that is the case, we just put the backing paper down a little bit more and put some pressure on that. But this baby's coming out nice. It's definitely imperative that the wall is clean. I can't stress that enough. It needs to be very clean when you're applying these graphics. They like a clean surface. They tend to not bond to a wall that isn't clean because dust particles in the air land on the wall and they're microscopic and you can't see them. And that interferes with the adhesive on the back. And this is exactly how we want our wall graphic to come off. And it's looking beautiful. I don't think you're going to have any problems as long as you have a clean wall and you follow those exact instructions. You should be good. Again, thank you for ordering from Decal Designs. This is Josh, and we appreciate your business. Thank you.